Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you, Capricorn? I hope you're well. Look, these energies are probably really hard for you lately. You've got a lot going on in your sign, right? Pluto is going to be back in your sign to help you wrap up a very long series of things, changes that you've been going through, right? I've been seeing that in your readings as we come into this energy. But this reading for the week ahead is going to be about what is going to change now that we are through this eclipse, because the eclipse is actually changing things. It's about quick change, right? It is, we did have a full moon yesterday in Pisces, and there also was a partial lunar eclipse. So if you're feeling stuck, in your energy right now, I don't think you're going to be feeling stuck for much longer. So this eclipse is going to be hardest on the mutable signs, and that's you, right? So it's Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and you're a cardinal sign, but it's going to be hardest on mutables and cardinals is what I wanted to say. So mutables, of course, are Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Sag, but you're a cardinal sign, right? You're one that ushers in the winter season, right? So the Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn energies are also quite affected by everything that's going on. So what is changing here for Capricorn? Let's find out what is changing for Capricorn. What can you expect to come up in the week ahead in terms of change, Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got what do you need to release, right? And just because the full moon was yesterday, it doesn't mean that you can't do a release ritual. We did that last night in the membership area that I have open now, and it's just because it was yesterday, it doesn't mean that you can't release things. So if you do have a ritual that you use to release things, it's like the universe is saying whatever is no longer serving you, it's time to release that stuff. What do you need to release? It's time to think about that. We also have, it is time to release negativity. Look, it's all about the release for you. It's all about letting things go. We do have a full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. And then what do you need to release? So it is really all about the release. Putting things behind you that you no longer need, that have never served you. We do have a new start is coming. I love this. So we are going to be having a new moon in a couple of weeks, right? So I feel like right now is a time for you to purge. And it might come in tears. It might come in cleaning out a room. It might come out in cleaning out a closet, like cathartic, but it might come in cleaning out the people in your life who just are no longer people that are helpful in your the way that you're moving in the world now. It might be people from old cycles that you no longer want in your life. It's okay. It's okay to cut people out. It is. If they no longer serve you, it's okay to cut people out. You don't want to be in old vibrations. You want to move forward to the new ones. We do have imagination. So I feel like everything that you've been thinking or dreaming, it's time to bring those into the 3D. The imagination card for me is like magician energy. It says, I embrace and nurse the creative aspects of my mind. So it does feel like you're sort of in this, I want to say that you're in this place of maybe having not let go of the past just yet, or past people, situations that weren't working for you, and you have not yet stepped into the new vibration, because it's, the old vibration is still sort of hanging on a little bit. It feels like, I feel like you're supposed to imagine yourself walking through a door, closing the door, and leaving whatever the negativity is, leaving it behind you. It says it's time to release negativity. One more card here for Capricorn. We do have surrender. Absolutely. I can release my need to control. I feel like this new beginning, I feel like, we do see that there is a new moon here, but look, we've got some energy around the back here. It almost looks like an eclipse here. A fiery climax approaches. I feel like for some of you, people around you are going to start acting a little bit unhinged because of this dramatic energy that's going on. And there's a lot of change going on in your sign right now. So I feel like a new beginning is coming, but it may not be without the drama. I feel like what you need to do is surrender your control to the universe and say, look, I don't really care what the outcome is. Just get me through this, right? We do have happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. That's really what it's all about. If you have a dramatic, tumultuous, terrible, horrible life that's going on, you're on the wrong path. If your life is happy, if you're good, if you feel balanced, you are doing the right things for you. Your soul knows. Your soul definitely knows. Okay, let's go here. Let's pick up some tarot for you. Capricorn, the membership area is open if you're interested in that. We did a burning ritual there last night under the full moon. And if you are interested in having a private read, if you need some direction, I do have a sale on until the end of the month. Please look in the pinned comment for both of those things. Tell me what's going on for Capricorn, please. What do you need to release, Capricorn? Interesting. What do you need to release, Capricorn? You need to release your tongue. I feel like you need to stop holding your tongue. It's holding you back. It feels like you need to start taking shots at the things that you want, even if you think you might fail. I'm not saying make any horrible decisions that are going to put you back at all, but I feel like it's time to move forward. So what do you need to release? Anything that's stopping you from flying forward into your future. Anything that's stopping you from you moving forward is what you need to release. Tell me about imagination. Ooh, look at that. I like that energy. The imagination and the wheel of fortune. I feel like whatever you've been hoping for, imagining all the great things that you've been visualizing. Maybe you're someone who closes your eyes and meditates to sleep or visualizes yourself winning something. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here to say that you can embrace and nourish the creative aspect of your mind, and that's what's going to change everything. I really feel that the wheel is here. I'm doing this because I feel like it's a switch up. It feels like things are moving forward and there's things are changing. Yeah, absolutely. The Wheel of Fortune is here in divine timing to say that it's time for things to change. Things have to be different than they ever were. It's time to release negativity. And I feel as you move forward, right, this momentum is here and it's pushing you forward with the Wheel of Fortune. It's time to release some negativity. Tell me what the negativity is. What is it time to release here? We do have the Queen of Swords. Again, it's time to release your tongue. It's time for you to stop biting your tongue. It's time for you to stand up, be seen. It feels like a revolution. It feels like, I was going to say evolution at first, but it does feel like a bit of a revolution. It does. It's time to release negativity. And I feel like you are dealing with negative people and situations in a very different way going forward. I feel like this is a change that has come to you, that the blessings that you're getting from the surrender period that you're in right now is that I just have decided I don't care if people go away and don't come back. It's time for me to have some peace, keep my boundaries up, say what I need to say. It's time for me to loose my tongue and say the things that I need to say. Tell me about surrender, please. It's time for you to, I want to say this is telling me to relieve the pressure. Relieve the pressure, because I feel like it's almost like a pressure cooker. You felt like you couldn't say something. It's time for you to, it's time for you to say something and be honest and truthful with people so you can be honest and truthful with you. Tell me about surrender. Surrender is you're coming out of this Four of Cups energy. I feel like, I always say that this has a place in everyone's life. There is a time where we need to be alone. We need to look at the things that are going to make us happy. And the Four of Cups isn't the place where you want to build a house, but you can pop a tent there and stay there for a bit, right? It's about emotional stability, getting control of your emotions and realizing that the Three Cups aren't the only ones that are there, turning your head to see the Ace of Cups, that there are new and beautiful, loving things that are happening. I feel like you're surrendering your time of being in the Four of Cups, which can be a place of redundancy after a while. If you don't leave the Four of Cups when it's time to leave the Four of Cups, then it can get a little bit redundant. I feel like this Queen of Swords is here with the Four of Cups for a reason. I feel like this is I feel like you're standing up for yourself. I feel like you're going to tell people how you feel about things. That you're just releasing the control. You're like, I don't care what happens from here. I just got to say what I've got to say. Tell me about the Eight of Wands, please. What are you supposed to release? I feel like it's energy, momentum. I feel like is you're releasing yourself from whatever was holding you back in the past here, and it's time to move forward. And there's those burdens, right? Releasing things that no longer serve you, that you've just been carrying around for a while, feeling heavily burdened by other people's energy, things that they throw at you, things that they say to you. It's time for you to drop it. And when you drop the 8 wands, when you drop the 10 wands, you will be able to take flight. You'll feel lighter. We do have the 9 of swords, so you need to release worrying. So you can't do anything about the past. You need to stop thinking about what's back there. You can't correct it. You can't change it. It's already done. So I feel like looking too far into the future, and this is where most people live, they stop and they don't really look at the moment that they're in. They look at, what can I get now? Okay, I got that in my pocket. What can I get now? And I feel like it's worry, and getting out of this cycle of worry is what you need to release here. Worried about what people will say, what people will think, what people are going to say about you if you don't do the things that they want you to do. The Page of Swords. It's time for you to be the student of release. It really feels like it's time for you to be ready to face the challenges that come with stepping into your power. Because I feel like this momentum is leading up to you stepping into your power here and releasing your tongue and saying the things that you want to say. The Queen of Swords for me is the last queen you usually need to learn before you can step into the Empress energy. And so I feel like you are relieving yourself of the thoughts that you couldn't change. I feel like it's a whole bunch of change that's coming for you, but in a very positive way, because the Wheel is here. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, please. We've got the 3 of Cups, celebratory, celebration. I really love it here. It's like we've made it to the peak of the mountain or the top of the whatever it is. It feels like whatever you had been holding yourself back from, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here to change everything so you can have the things that you want to get. Yes. The Queen of Wands is here, and that is the one who is very passionate and driven to get the things that she wants. She's very independent. I say she because there's a woman on the card, but whenever we're in tarot, we're always talking about feminine and masculine energies. It does feel like somebody here is independent, wants to move forward. Now you know that you can create in the 3D anything that was in your imagination. Why? Because the Queen of Wands would do that. She's not scared of anything. She knows that everything that came to kill her only made her stronger, and anything that might come at her in the future will also make her stronger. So I feel like with the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Wands holding a wand, you've got 6 wands. I feel like you are headed for celebration because things are changing. It is divine timing, and these are really good changes here. You're liberating yourself, my friend. This reading is all about liberation, and it's time to release negativity. And I feel, I don't see the Queen of Swords as a negative person. I see this Queen of Swords as somebody who's just going to finally be honest with the people around them and say, no, I can't do that for you. No, sorry, today's my day off. I'm actually sitting down and taking care of myself. I'm not going to be speaking with you today. I'm sorry if you get upset if I don't answer your text immediately, but this is about being who you are and not worrying about how anybody sees you or sees you in that energy. I feel like you're going to be very pointed and honest with your communication, because that's who the Knight of Swords is. The Knight of Swords is the one who is like, I don't really care if you like what I'm going to say. I'm just going to throw it all at you and let you sort it out, and then I'm going to go on to the next thing. The Knight of Swords is very honest, also moves really quickly. This person is somebody who is a protector. I feel like you're protecting yourself, protecting your words, protecting the way that you feel. And as you protect the self, I feel like you're just standing up and saying it as it is, Capricorn. It's all in the advancement for you. It's all in, I need to move from here. I don't want to be stuck in the spot. So if you were feeling stuck, I don't think you're going to be feeling stuck much longer. It feels like getting close into the end of the week next week that you're going to start having some movement that you've never seen before. Look at that, because everything has changed. Because I feel like with Pluto going back into your sign, it's supposed to end some really long cycle of hardship for you. And so the Tower is here because when things are starting to get good, things will first get really tough because the old self is dying. The old situation, whatever was in the past, is done. And this is the breaking down of the illusion you had built about who you were and what you were carrying, and that you were giving everything away and not keeping anything for yourself. And I feel like this movement causes the Tower here. We do have the 4 of Cups and surrender. I feel like you're surrendering in this 4 of Cups energy. We do have the Judgment card. You're making different decisions. You've decided to move out of this Four of Cups energy because I feel like you are emotionally in this stable area here. It feels like you are making decisions now that are changing your life. We've got the Judgment card, which is sort of got the hand out or open to the Queen of Swords and saying, see? See, like it's like when you make really big decisions, things start to change and move in the right direction for you. You know, the Tower, it always comes from mercy. It's of course first going to piss you off because it can be a bit of a shit show while things are shifting. But I feel like it's with this Judgment energy here that you are making decisions that maybe you should have made back there. You're making them now, but it doesn't matter that you should have made them back there. You're now making decisions that are good for you. We do have the Ace of Wands and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you are stepping into some sort of new, exciting, creative, right? There's the Queen. The Queen is on this path with the Knight of Wands here. We've got 5, 6, 7 wands, which tells me you're now standing up for yourself. You're now saying, you know what? No, I've got boundaries. You guys can back up. And I feel this is the place where you're going to be for a long time. I feel like it's going to take a long time for your surrender. So don't think that you have to surrender overnight. I feel like it's a long period because it's the start of something new that's coming here. You are in some sort of a new cycle in the new moon. So whenever the new moon is, I don't have that date yet, but if you know when it is, it's like this thing has to have a fiery climax here. And the eclipse here, it says new moon eclipse. That's what we experienced, right? Well, full moon, but an eclipse. That it's time to expect that all the things you've been changing up to here are about to propel you into the future, into this new beginning, into this new moon energy here. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Cups. Look, you're going to be single and happy, or this is your wish fulfillment if you're not single. We've got the Temperance card. I feel like this is the moment of alchemy that's bringing you all the happiness that you've been looking for. I feel like you need to try and stay flexible through this situation because you're coming from a place where you are really stuck, and I feel like you're stuck in the mind. I mean, a flexible mind is a healthy mind, right? So I feel like it's time for you to get a little more flexible, but you will, because I feel like you're having realizations about this new beginning that's coming here, right? You're having realizations about the new beginnings that's coming here. And the realization is the Sun energy. And look, there's the Empress. I did say that the Queen of Swords is usually the one that we learn last before we step into this Empress energy. So whether you're feminine or masculine, I feel like you've had some sort of an aha moment or a realization that it's time to step through the door. No more confusion here. That no more waiting or holding back. It's time for you to go run at your Ten of Pentacles. It's time for you to run at the things that you love, that you want to multiply. All right. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys know that, right? I'm out for now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.